Breaking news from the Reverb inner spheres of internet world. Prices are skyrocketing. So if you're a seller on Reverb, prepare for your receipts to decrease. So Reverb is raising their prices. This is breaking news, just came out, news flash everybody. They're raising their prices from 3.5% to sellers to 5%. That's a pretty hefty hike. That's 43%, 42.986, but 43% raised to themselves. So if your main source of revenue is selling pieces on Reverb, prepare for a big hit in your pocketbook. So Reverb released today that they had a press release come out, and I'm gonna read you some of that so you have an idea of what's going on. To our community, I'm writing to share upcoming changes that will enable us to significantly grow our marketplace so that we can help you reach even more buyers all over the world. Beginning on August 4th, 2020, we are increasing our selling fees for the first time ever from 3.5% to 5%. So there's more. There's a whole press release that talks more about how they're going to increase their spending on marketing, on online advertising. They're going to increase their actual workforce to reach a larger marketplace. So some real numbers for you. If you sell, let's say you sell a Les Paul for $2,000 on Reverb. You used to pay about $60 in fees just off of that, just if you did your basic percentage. Now you're going to pay about $100. So if you bump it again, you'd be paying up to $200 plus your shipping. So it's just something to consider. So that's a pretty substantial difference. So if you sell even higher price pieces, be aware. Or the lower price pieces are the ones that are really dangerous too when you're in the pedals, because there's not a ton of room to play in your pedals. So hopefully you're just trading pedals for fun, but just be careful, be wary. Good luck. So we have used Reverb religiously for the past few years because it's a great seller for selling your guitars, but also it has great protection. You feel safe when you sell through Reverb. I love that because there's a lot of thieves out there. Subscribe to our channel. You'll see the videos on somebody actually stealing one of our guitars online and us hopefully catching them. And there's also there's a good support team there. I will give them that. It's great to be able to talk with them. And if you have questions, once you get to a certain level, they have like a guy who's assigned to you. It's pretty nice. And their online shipping options, although it's not usually the cheapest sometimes it is, it's hit or miss. Check your UPS or your FedEx and comp to it. They do make it really easy. It's an easy, painless, you want to sell your guitar, get it gone, go through Reverb. It's a great option. So there's some really good things about it. What they're not really talking about is that this will primarily service the sort of bigger shops, more going to reach the booms that have a really established marketplace and established relationship with Reverb. Don't get us wrong, we love Reverb. We sell a lot of guitars through Reverb, but this is painful. There's already the boost built in. If you want to boost your guitar, you can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can add all sorts of percentages. So at the end of the day, you could be giving away 10%, not counting shipping, to Reverb for selling your product right now. So you have to be very careful and cautious with how you're going to spend your time, your money, and your advertising and selling dollars yourself. If you are a small indie guy selling out of his garage or his house, which a lot of you are on Reverb, or if you're a small size shop like us, we sell quite a bit on Reverb. We have to sort of consider our options there. You know, there was eBay, but they've been dominated and squashed. There's your own online marketplace, which doesn't quite have the reach of Reverb. But the trick is, if you're a consumer or a seller, if you can somehow steer people to your own online channel, which is a lot of what Reverb does for you, which is a great thing, and they know it and they're aware of it. They would of course love to get your dollars to themselves, but they know that it's also a banner for your own online shop. So if you're a consumer and you want to buy a product or a guitar, they say product a lot. I don't know why I'm saying that. If you want to buy a guitar, let's talk guitars or pedals or amps, call the shop, email the shop. They can often give you a better break because they can write off those Reverb fees. They can give them all to you. So if you're talking 5% right now, that's a substantial savings because you're already going to avoid taxes. If you go through the online portal, most likely. Reverb collects taxes on most parts, so you're paying that. So if you buy a $4,000 guitar, you're going to pay $280 in taxes off the bat. And then the seller's going to have to eat that 5% fee on top of that as well, plus maybe another 2% for bumping, plus shipping. Trust me. Rule number 1, always contact the seller directly. It's the best and most direct route to a good deal on your guitar or pedal or amp or thing that makes music. So Reverb came into existence, God, about 7 years ago, I think 2013. It was founded by this brilliant gentleman right here, wherever it is. And then he was also involved with this little guitar shop called Chicago Music Exchange. a wonderful guitar shop. So if you haven't experienced it, go check it out online. But if you can go in the physical location, once all this weird world is over, go there. It's amazing. Do it. You'll be happy that you listened to this video just for that alone. He has since sold, he sold Chicago Music Exchange off, and he also sold Reverb to this other small little company called Etsy. Now, Etsy is a gigantic company that sells all sorts of things online, from like knitting things to pictures to cool little house-made projects all over the place. But Etsy is a big company, and they are looking to make money from their purchase of Reverb. So this cost raise has something to do with that as well. Now, my one main concern with it, which sort of upset me a little bit when I saw it, it's not just the 1.5% increase, but it was it's coming sort of at a weird time in our economy when a lot of businesses are struggling. If you're doing this to make this is your only income, it's going to be a hit a little bit, and and there's not that much margin built into guitar sales in general. This is not clothing. This is not jewelry. It's closer to the restaurant business. The restaurant business on average makes about 14% markup on their food sales. They make a lot more on their booze, but the food sales is not that much. So if you cut capacity of a restaurant, they can't really stay afloat. If you cut capacity to sell through at a certain dollar amount for a lot of independent sellers or small shops, it really does hurt as well. So I was a little bit sad that one of our favorite sellers online decided to do it at this strange time in our society. So here's what Reverb's planning on doing with their increased fees. They're going to, A, be investing over 30% more in their marketing initiatives, including in SEO, online video advertising, and other digital advertising to get your inventory in front of more buyers and around the world. B, they're expanding by more than 25% the capacity of their global customer support team focused on assisting you and your buyers as they grow. And C, they're going to be increasing by more than 40% the capacity of the product team focused on creating and enhancing seller tools and servicing to increase the visibility of your shop and inventory online. So they're going to be increasing their workforce, increasing how much they spend on advertising, and just trying to get the message out there more. They've dominated eBay. eBay is kind of a dinosaur. They're not gone, but they're pretty much gone as a dominant marketplace force in the musical instrument sales. So Reverb has become the king. We just have to be careful. It's a slippery slope. I still love Reverb. I'm a little bit concerned by this move. It's a pretty hefty increase. I would love to give myself a 43% pay increase this year. I think everyone here at the shop would like to do that as well, but it's probably not going to happen. And yeah, so let us know what you think. We're really curious about what everyone thinks. Is this a big deal? Is this not a big deal? I think it's a pretty big deal, but that's just my opinion. I'm just one small little person with a black shirt on and asking for your opinion. So click subscribe, get those comments going mainly though, because we want to hear what you think. We want to talk back with you and see what your ideas on. See if we can all start a new Reverb together. Let's not do that. I like Reverb, but that's it. Baxter Casino Guitars signing out. Thanks for watching. Talk to you guys soon.